Wow, if I had a nickel for every time a remake was made for a mod, I'd have 4 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's strange that it's happened that many times. So we are getting another DDLC remake in the mod community, and I saw this on Reddit when the mod creator for DDLC Salvation released a teaser of DDLC Salvation's 2018 version being remade. So he has made a remake on the original mod, he's made a full-on remake, which completely changes the whole story whilst keeping it somewhat the same, I guess, with the beginning, but obviously diverting a lot in the other half of the mod. Like, the beginning was a bit the same, and then the rest of the mod was different. So he's come back to the DLC community and officially announced that he's remaking the original mod. So remaking the whole thing, changing all the CGs, and obviously updating a lot of the dialogue that was obviously very bad at the beginning. Now, the main question that we're all going to be asking here, and everyone is probably going to go on Reddit and YouTube and all that to discuss this, is this a good or a bad thing? Which is what we're going to be talking about today in this video, because I honestly want to get my opinion out there on how I feel about this happening in the DDLC community, because I've played every remake that they've done so far. So what I'm going to do first is explain every single remake that I've done so far, which I remember. And the ones I remember is DDLC Exit Music Redux, which was obviously a remake as well, DDLC I'm Alive remake, and DDLC Salvation remake, and the newest one that they're making, which is 4. Now, if I'm going to talk about them, all of them were really good. Each remake was good, except from Redux. Redux was bad. It was just terribly bad. I could easily say it was one of my least favourite ones. But I can't say Exit Music Redux was bad. It was so bad, it was good, in my opinion. But the other ones were still just as good as they were originally. Like, with just the updates they did to the mod being the remake, it was just good. Like, I didn't mind it. The only one I could say was collectively bad was Exit Music. Now I'm going to go over what I think is the good and bad parts of making a remake. The good parts are obviously you can update what you previously made mistakes on. You can even add a load more scenes that could make the mod collectively better. You can even remove stuff that made the mod bad. Now the bad part is that it could divert way too much in a different direction than what the original mod had, or what the original story was. Just like DDLC Salvation they made last year, it was a great mod. Honestly, it was in my top 5 mods of all time because of how good he made the story. He made it better than the original. But I did still like the original mod's story as well. The original mod was perfect as well, so it didn't really need a remake. But yes, I do agree, there are some parts of the original DDLC Salvation that did need some improvements on, because obviously it was his first mod. It was back in 2018. A whole 6 years ago that mod was made. But there's going to be a lot of people who think this is very unnecessary to do, but I can see why a lot of people would like to see a remake. Good parts, you can remake the story, change it however you like, and even make the parts better. Bad, it's obviously diverting way too much into a different direction compared to the original. And like Exit Music did, you could change the characters way too much and make everyone dislike them. Like the original Exit Music, everyone liked Nasuki, but hated the other 3. The other 3 Dokis were horrible. In the remake, they made Nasuki the unlikable one. They made the main character of the fucking mod they made the main character horrible. But if we're going to be asking my opinion on what I think of this remake, I actually am looking forward to it. It's still one of my highest mods I think in the community. I still think it's one of the best ones. DLC's Salvation from 2018 though is a bit lower than the remake he did last year. The last year's one, perfect. It was brilliant remake, and I cannot wait to see what he does with this remake for the original 2018 mod, because I haven't played it in ages and I would actually like to play the mod again and see what changes he wants to add to this original story, which was so good back in 2018. In my personal opinion though, I think a lot of mods in the future shouldn't focus more on remakes. They should be focusing more on like newer stuff. Like, what new story can they make for the future? Like, you could take a really dumb concept and make it into a mod if you want to. That's what shitpost mods are for. A lot of time, people will have problems with remakes. Like, they gave DDLC Salvation's remake a huge amount of bother. Like, they harassed him for the remake, and which ended up making him take the mod, well, the download link down for a while because of how much harassment he was getting. I can't remember the whole in and out of the story, but it went so bad that he ended up taking the mod download link off like a few weeks. It's now back up. You can download DDLC Salvation's remake now, but back then it wasn't a good thing. Like, people shouldn't harass him for it. What I'm saying is, let the creator do what he wants in the community. If you don't like the mod, then make your fucking own. So that's all I really wanted to say about this remake news coming out. And if you guys want me to talk about more DDLC news that coming out soon, and let me know in the comments down below if you're excited for this DDLC remake as much as I am. And once you're done, consider subscribing. It really helps out my channel and it convinces me to do more videos like this in the future. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!